So, what is happening here? What is today all about? Why are we here in this arena, smiling? There are big smiles in front of me, believe me. Why did we call out your individual names, make you wear robes, ask you to walk up on stage, shake some hands, receive a piece of paper? Well, first, we're celebrating your personal progress and achievement. Whether you're receiving a bachelor's degree, a master's degree, a doctoral degree, those of us up here on the platform, those of us seated around you in the arena, know that no two of your stories are the same. That you come from a variety of backgrounds and places. That each of you had your own struggles and triumphs. That you pushed through walls and maybe defied expectations as someone who doubted you, but you fulfilled those of someone who loves you. So, first of all, we're all here to celebrate your achievement, your persistence, and your growth. We're here for you. Congratulations, graduates. We are also here for us. This is my 4th convocation here as dean, and many of our faculty and staff have been to many more than that here at ASU. But I'm talking about really the bigger us, all of us. There's a reason we refer to education as the world's most important profession. It's because educators have always been responsible for the most important changes in individuals and societies. Earlier this afternoon, you heard our namesake, Mary Lou Fulton, remind us that engineers are, good. They're okay. They're fine. Hey, some of my best friends are engineers. But we don't get software engineers and mechanical engineers and industrial engineers and astronauts and doctors and violinists and economists and actors and rocket scientists and artists and poets and point guards and leaders worthy of trust. Or anyone capable of lifelong learning and growth without educators. And so that's why we're here, folks. And there is no other convocation this week can say that. Many of you are going to be classroom teachers. Some of you will serve as principals and superintendents or contribute in other leadership roles. And still others will conduct important research that ultimately helps learners and shapes education policy. Many of you will make your mark in non-school environments, in youth-serving organizations, in corporate learning, or any of countless other places where teaching and learning happen. Educators are everywhere. Your paths after today are as distinctive and individualized as the paths that brought you here today. But here's what all of you will find, that the world of education, like everything else, is changing very, very quickly. We have a model of education in the U.S. that originated in the agrarian society of the 19th century and adapted with mild changes through the industrial society of the 20th century. And today, what we've always done in education just won't do. Too much is changing too quickly. Advances in information technology mean that information, content is available to virtually all of us. The world is shrinking, but the ocean of knowledge is growing exponentially. And so what does that mean for you? So first, you will succeed and you will thrive only if you have the tenacity and the character to ask the right questions. So when a student is not behaving, don't assume that she's lazy or unwilling to learn. Ask the right questions to understand what might be happening in his or her life. When a group of students aren't learning the way you think they should, don't blame the system. Ask the right questions to help you change the system. When students need support you can't provide yourself, don't ignore it. Ask the right questions so that students get what they need and when they need it, and help them to obtain it. Second, in a world of constant and rapid change, you will need to cultivate the habits of an open, inquiring mind that will enable you to navigate uncertainty. There is no other profession, I believe, that deals with so much uncertainty on a daily basis as education. There is always uncertainty about funding and policy, but you will also find uncertainty about what students need, when they need it, and how to get the resources to ensure that your students get what they need. Uncertainty about the systems of education, the one teacher, one classroom model, the way schools are designed, the way instruction is delivered, about whether you are doing everything you can for every student every day. So I ask you to please embrace the uncertainty. No one expects that you will have all the answers. None of us does. So either say yes, or we'll figure it out and do it as often as you can. Third, no one can fix anything worth fixing alone. Success will require that you work in teams to design and create solutions to the toughest challenges. Don't try to do this all by yourself. If you're a classroom educator, don't isolate yourself. Find others that have different expertise, form a team, serve more kids by deploying yourself in new ways. Look outside education for answers. Perspective matters, context matters. What works in one place may not work in another. And understand who your students are and the team they need. Ask the right questions, navigate uncertainty, and work in teams to design solutions to our toughest challenges. Those are the hallmarks of successful innovation. We live in an age that celebrates innovation and creativity. Make no mistake, educators innovate every day. But our imperatives right now, right here today, are that education is what leads economic growth, that education is what's going to lead to equity, and maybe most importantly, education is going to lead to sustaining our democracy. In the U.S., the best minds have always understood that the great experiment in self-government called democracy hinges on our capacity to develop caring, responsible citizens, our capacity to educate people capable of reasoning, argument, respectful discourse, and the hard work of balancing individual ambitions and the public good. It will be your innovation, your creativity and character that will strengthen individual minds and spirits, and that is what's going to strengthen our society. So there you have it. Not much to ask, right? So get out there, help make a fabulous world, fix things, listen, help people. Don't forget to take care of yourself. Make it better, figure it out together with optimism, joy, humor, and love. And ladies and gentlemen, that is why we are here today. Thank you.